Hey there, Duggar fans! Julie here, your source for all the latest buzz surrounding the Duggars.
Jana Duggar. The Duggar family name is one that instantly sparks conversation, and this time, it's not for the usual reasons you'd expect. Jana, at 34 years old, broke free from what some people are calling the Duggar tradition with a wedding that has left fans talking. And it's not just the fact that she finally tied the knot after years of speculation and pressure, no, it's how she did it. Let's dive into the details. First of all, let's talk about that dress. Jana Duggar wore an off-the-shoulder wedding gown. Yes, off the shoulder. If you've been following the Duggar family, you know this is pretty huge. Jim Bob Duggar, her father, is known for having some extremely strict rules when it comes to how his daughters dress. According to their 2014 book, Growing Up Duggar, the daughters were basically forbidden from wearing anything that could be remotely seen as revealing, no bare shoulders, no low-cut tops, no showing cleavage. They even had to wear undershirts to make sure nothing was too scandalous. But Jana? She flipped the script. The off-the-shoulder look, with a V-neck in the front, not only looked elegant but was far from what anyone expected out of a Duggar wedding dress. Fans were absolutely floored by it. One Reddit user even joked, did she have to shout Nike at her own wedding about herself? And for those who don't know, Nike is a code word the Duggar family uses, especially the men, when a woman dressed immodestly walks by, meaning they need to avert their eyes. Now, here's the thing, while many people thought Jana's dress was beautiful, elegant, and even normal, it was also seen as rebellious in the context of her family's very conservative values. Some fans couldn't believe Jim Bob even allowed her to wear that dress. Her dad must be furious, wrote one person. Another fan sarcastically commented, imagine what her dress would have looked like had she followed tradition and gotten married at 18 or 19, like her sisters. She'd be in a full-sleeved gown, probably covering every inch of skin. And the jokes kept coming. Another Reddit user said, wow, this dress is actually pretty and normal looking, so un-Duggar-like. The word un-Duggar-like feels like the key here because everything about Jana's wedding seems to challenge the traditional Duggar image. Now let's get to the wedding itself. Jana and Stephen Wisman tied the knot in Arkansas in front of about 500 guests. For anyone wondering who Stephen Wisman is, he's 31 years old and, much like Jana, he comes from a big family, 13 siblings to be exact. So, a Duggar marrying into another large family? That's not too surprising. What's surprising is how long Jana stayed single, especially considering how many of her siblings were married by their early 20s. And after years of public speculation about her love life, she and Stephen had a super private courtship. Even the engagement was kept under wraps until just before the wedding. Their relationship has been a bit of a mystery, leaving fans to piece together clues from social media. Jana told people that she never thought this moment would come, but it's something she always dreamed of. And if you've been watching Jana for a while, you know how much pressure there has been on her to get married. Fans and critics alike have been hounding her about it for years, wondering why she was still single while her younger sisters all got married and started families. Some people even speculated that maybe Jana didn't want to get married. But now, it seems like she was just waiting for the right person and the right time. In her own words, Jana said, reality is starting to set in. And I'm like, wow, this truly is something that I've dreamed of. And just to see it coming about is incredible and kind of hard to believe. It's a dream come true. So, while she's not the typical Duggar bride who marries young and follows every family rule to the letter, this seems like the dream wedding she always wanted. One more interesting thing, both Jana and Stephen come from massive families, and she said that having all their siblings there to celebrate with them was a big deal. In total, there were 31 siblings between the bride and groom. That's not just a wedding party, that's a whole event on its own. Coming from two bigger families, we love to be able to get together and celebrate moments like these, she said. And if you've seen any of the Duggar weddings, you know how big family celebrations are for them. But this wedding felt a bit different. It wasn't just another Duggar wedding, ticking off all the usual boxes of tradition and expectation. It felt like Jana was making a statement. But the most talked about part, without question, is the dress. Fans still can't get over it. One fan summed it up perfectly by saying, "It's not just pretty and normal looking, it's also elegant." And maybe that's the best way to describe the whole vibe of this wedding. Elegant, understated, and yet quietly revolutionary for someone like Jana Duggar. Now, you've got to wonder how Jim Bob is feeling about all of this. Sure, he walked his daughter down the aisle, and I'm sure there were plenty of emotional moments during the day. But you can't help but wonder if there's a part of him that's upset, maybe even furious, that Jana chose to break away from the family's very public rules about modesty. Or maybe Jim Bob has softened a bit over the years. After all, this is his 9th daughter to get married. Still, fans are skeptical. They're pointing out that Jana's dress would have been a hard no a few years ago. And maybe that's why people are so fascinated by this wedding. It marks a turning point, not just for Jana, but maybe for the whole Duggar family dynamic. Is this a sign that the Duggars are loosening their grip on the strict rules they've enforced for years? Is Jana just one of the first to subtly push back against those norms, or will we start seeing more Duggar daughters making similar choices? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But one thing is for sure, Jana Duggar's wedding is going to be remembered as a moment where something shifted. As always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Jim Bob is mad, or do you think he's come to terms with it? And what did you think of Jana's dress? Elegant and beautiful, or scandalous by Duggar standards? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. I'm Julie, and thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on all your favorite stars and reality TV families. See you next time.